Human Nature, and not the popular Australian band from the late 1900s, as the kids are calling it. I'm talking about the song by Michael Jackson. We've got it. We've got to listen to it, and we're going to check it out. It was written by two gentlemen. One, the infamous and famous keyboardist Steve Porcaro from Toto. You will know him. And another gentleman named John Bett. Hang on a sec.
Bettis.
John Bettis. Okay, that's great. John Bettis and Steve Porcaro. Wrong button. So, let me read you the first page from the wiki. Human Nature is a song performed by American singer Michael Jackson and the fifth single from his sixth studio album, Thriller. The track was produced by Quincy Jones and performed by members of Toto, with Michael Jackson providing vocals. It was originally written by keyboardist Steve Porcaro, based on a conversation he had with his young daughter, Heather, after a boy pushed her at school. Porcaro said, "He probably likes you, and it's human nature." Porcaro, along with some of his bandmates from the band Toto, had been assisting with the production of Thriller, but he had not intended for Human Nature to be used by Jackson. However, Thriller producer Quincy Jones inadvertently heard a demo of the track and thought it would be a great fit for the album. Jones then brought in songwriter John Bettis to rewrite the verses, whose lyrics are about a passerby in New York City. Human Nature was released as a single on July 3, 1983. Like the four Thriller singles before it, the song became a top 10 hit in the US, reaching number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. It also reached number 2 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary chart, and this is certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. And in Canada and the Netherlands, the single reached number 11. The single was not released in the UK. The song garnered positive reviews from music critics. Human Nature has been sampled by numerous artists, including Nas with It Ain't Hard to Tell. My site's going as I sit here. Teddy Riley, who remixed SWV's single Right Here with a sample of Human Nature, with the remix reaching number 1. I just want to know about the Michael Jackson stuff. That's cool to know. You can go and read Wikipedia too. I don't need to read it to you. This is an audiobook series. But anyway, my God, I'm aggressive. It's time to have a look at the session. The session, my friends. Check the session out. So we have 38 tracks, 7 of which are alternate lead vocals, which I thought was really, really cool. And I'm talking full, entire takes. We also have a Steve Porcaro alternate track, or the Porcaros, whatever. It's the Porcaro alternate track, and it's in a different key. And then obviously the key has been changed to suit Michael. But yeah, I've just had a bit of a rearrange here, and just to look around through it and just to see what's going on. But check it out. We've got kick, snare, hi-hat, toms, drum kit left and right, claves, cabasa, bass, cello, guitar 1 and 2, Rhodes 1 and 2, which I'm going to assume are left and right because, you know, I love to pan. Pad, string synth, up 1, up 2, up 3. Emulator, which is a synth, sampling synth. Synth solo, synth, background vocals 1 and 2. Michael, background vocals Y, dry 1 and 2. Dry and echoes and backgrounds 1 and 2. Lead vocal doubles and lead vocals. I'll shut the hell up and let's listen to some of that kick drum. Very sparse. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we're just pretty heavy around 80, a little bit kind of fluffy woolly. I'm going to turn my headphone feed up a little bit there so I can hear what's going on. Cool. Now I wonder if we have anything in the top end that we can listen to. Yeah, there's stuff there. Now you guys know I'm never right when I guess, but I'm pretty safe to say it's probably a Lynn sample, right? Maybe. But I can hear toms in it. Listen. I can definitely hear some toms in there, which is a bit of bleed, which is interesting. But then again, who knows? Maybe it could bleed on an electric kit. Snare time. That's a great snare sound. That sounds like my Oberheim DX. It'd be cool. Cool if it were. Very familiar. But yeah, I mean, you guys will definitely know this. I'm so sorry that I don't. So just above 100, so we've got its own little space carved out in the sonic field for it. And then some hats. Definitely some interesting sounding hats, and they're stereo, that lot too, that's interesting. And these toms. You see on the EQ there's a red side and a white side, which is a left and right. You know when you plug in your Super Nintendo into the TV and you got a red and a white, that's left and right, right? Red, right, white, left, I believe, yeah? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just trying to figure it out. So obviously there's a fair bit of stuff going on there. It's holding a few instruments in that section, but let's... Okay, so there's a few bits there for the drums. Drum kit L and R, and obviously I'm just going to hard pan those ones, put them both together and see what they sound like together. Oh, there's a little... That's a whole drum kit. Don't tell me that's real. Don't tell me. You can't tell me that. That kick drum. Is that legit? The tightest recorded kick drum of all time. Actually, you know what? I heard a rumor that is it Jeff? Now I'm going to look this up now before I mess this up. I'm going to go to the thingo. I just want to look up because I'm going to misspeak and I'm going to make an ass of myself, and it's something that I really should know. Hang on. All right. Oh, I wish I could spell. Wow. It is Jeff. Okay, so I was going to say, I heard a rumor that Jeff Porcaro from Toto recorded the samples for the Lindrum. Confirm or deny, community, please, because I need to find out if that's true, but this sounds super cool. Don't spoil it. Left and right. Hang on, maybe not. All right, and I'll tell you why I say that. See, you can hear the extra thump, right? Boom, ba-boom. But on this kick up here, there's no bump, ba-boom. It goes like this. It goes ba-boom. Interesting. Different timbre to these hats completely. You can hear the toms ringing out in this left and right channel. I've still got that kick on. But let's hear it all together. Fine, let's do it. Definitely samples those. Love those toms. Okay. I want to hear the claves by themselves. Yes. Cabasa is one of my favorite percussion instruments. Go back. There's a guy's voice going. I wish I had my cabasa with me right now. A cabasa, for those who don't know, is like a looks like a Milo tin, coffee can if you're in the States, wrapped with those little those like chains that hold the pens down in the bank, but with really big balls on it, on a stick, and you shake it. It used to be like a gourd with beads around it, and then the modern version is that wrapped around like a tin, and you can or you can go sound effects day. Hey, we can shake it. It's a really tight sound. Nice claves. We might as well put all that percussion back together. That is human nature. Now, why am I so flat on that? But okay, Okay, I'm cool with that. Bass time. Now we're pretty much listening to a Toto track here, right? So we're in for a treat. What's this? Oh no, I've got 78.25 gigabytes of junk. Wow, I could pay someone some money to get rid of that. This is not an ad for AVG. As a matter of fact, bugger off, AVG. Get out of here. What are you doing? Holding me hostage. Hey, we'll remove all your ransomware. Just pay us a little money. That's a fucking ransom, mate. Enough. That's sick. Let's see what we're producing here. Interesting, because it's kind of like, it's not super thick and low sub bass, but then again, we're talking about a different era too. Good synth sound. Really had to make sense of this in my brain right now because there's nothing behind it. Okay, there we go. Human nature, why? Okay. What a strange bass sound, though, guys. What a weird bass sound. Very strange. Let's hear some very small pieces of cello here, just because they're the next track in line. Right towards the end. That ain't cello. Come on. Come on, man. What is this? Now, I'm tipping that's the emu, the emulator. And it also appears later on as emu, but it's as a vocal sound. So this would probably be that sampling synth. Again, probably wrong. Normally am. But hey, you know what? Take a step in the dark. Sometimes you might get lucky. One more. Beautiful. Okay. Guitar 1. So clean. Wow, super clean. It's strange how it can be so clean but still so kind of like so defined but also so undefined at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's really weird. So I'm just going to quickly check something here. Have I been... Oh no, that's fine. It's just Facebook having a spaz. Okay, we're back. It can be so defined but still so... there's not a whole lot going on the top end, which is really kind of like making it dull in a way, but not dull in an unpleasing way. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of stuff happening up the top, but that's still really quite nice, quite pleasing. We'll put that other guitar in. It's the same thing, so we'll pan those. Yeah, wow. We got this. Yeah, that is so cool. That's really, really nice to hear. Okay. Sorry, everything is just going wrong for me right now with this one. And don't forget, guys, there are a bunch of other streams out there, and especially on this track too, there are some shorter ones. But go and check those out because everyone's got some interesting insight to add to these, and probably normally in a more professional capacity. So I do encourage you to check those out as well. Learn as much as you can from as many different people. Interesting how you can hear that. Wow. How full and clean is that? Now, I can't remember how that was panned in the original, in the final mix, but I want to hear this last note, really. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Rhodes 1 and Rhodes 2. Now, these are already a stereo file, which means I won't pan them. But Rhodes, The Key to My Heart, let's listen. Sounds great. Doesn't sound like Rhodes, though. I'll go for one chorus, then I'll go to the other track. Here it comes. Tell me why, tell him that it's human nature. Why? Okay. Gorgeous. That's so good. That's so good. It's basically the whole song there, right? So, let's listen to. Okay, just slightly different tone, right? How is this one of those songs that you know so well, but you'd never know the lyrics for? Do you know what I mean? Everybody else does, except for me. That's the only problem. Okay. Move up to that chorus. Oh, wait, here we are. Oh, you bloody thing. And again, another thing that's not terribly defined, but still has all this gorgeous detail. I'm going to move over to this pad here just because I think we should. Yeah, that's cool. That's real cool. I love that. It's a great little string machine sort of thing. Come on, what do we got? Yeah? That's nice. Real rich too, real thick. I feel like we've got a lot of instruments kind of loading up that bottom end to give it that smoothness, maybe. Because they're pretty big instruments. Like, let's put that together with I don't know, we've still got string synth to come, but load those two Rhodes in, right? Listen up. That's okay. So you're seeing the pad. And everything's living down in this little pocket here of this sort of, 300, 400, 500. And we'll add that other Rhodes in just because, let's fill the room up with EQs. Everything's living down there. And they're living down there. Tell me why is there two Rhodes? There's too many Rhodes here. You got some pads down there as well. All right, enough of me trying to do that. So yeah, we got that idea, and we're really playing with that mid-range, that lower mid. Another string that lives down there. Interesting. It's totally a Toto sound though, huh? Okay. We'll move. Actually, let's just have a really quick time of getting into that guitar with some of those interesting sounds. And I want to put them together. See, the guitars live in that area too. There's nothing in here besides percussion that we're about to put in that actually really gives you any definition in the mix. And why am I obsessed with that? Maybe it's because I have none of that hearing. So when I do hear something that's like that, I freak out a little bit and feel like I'm going deaf. But there it is. Everything's got its little spot. And you've got this thickness and this smoothness going on. I don't know if you can hear me over that, but you've got this thickness and smoothness going on there, and everything sits in its little spot. All of that big low-end stuff there is living there, and all of those and you've got this great little space for Michael's voice. That's why it sounds like that. Everything has a reason and everything has a purpose in these things. These guys are a lot smarter than I. Okay, ARP. Now, could they mean the brand of synth, or could they mean it's an arpeggiating pattern? Let's hear it. Arpeggiating pattern it is. Okay. I got a strange feeling that happens again. Okay. And then we got another bit under there called ARP 2. And that's giving yourself a little bit of popcorn. There it is. Okay. So we're starting to get a bit more sonic interest here. And then harmony. Nice, same thing. Just without all of the reverb. Or not the reverb, without all the tail. Bit of a sharper attack. I'll put those two ARPs together. Actually, I'll go back to one real quick just to confirm from my brain. Yeah, that's okay. And then... Okay. And, then there's a big section at the end here we should hear. Okay. So we're built out of these three sounds. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And then we've got another one here. This is the emulator. Now, this was a sampler, keyboard sampler that you could, sample sounds off. Oh, and it looks like it's got a really big bit of noise in the other track, in the right ear. Now, that's really hard to hear, right? But if you look down here for me, see where my mouse is? You can see instrumentation happening through that channel. That's really weird. But when I move it over here, I'll bring that volume back to regular. And we can hopefully hear the a sampled ooh from the emulator. With a bit of bend on it. And one more of those, I bet. And then something towards the end. Oh, there's two channels going on. There's do and ooh. Oh, it sounds to me. So in my right ear, I can hear ooh, and in my left ear, I can hear do. Very cool. It's just a long old ooh. It gives a panning effect because one ends earlier than the other. Synth solo. I'm all about that. Let's hear it. Very nice. Again, not heaps of cutting stuff there. Really nice kind of smooth, brassy sound. Synth. This one's... Oh, hang on, that's not the right button. This one's called Just Synth. Yes, thank you. And again, we're adding just a little bit more of that kind of top end frequency, but not much, not enough to steal the show. I love that. I never hear that. Never hear this in the song, do you? Very cool. All right, now what's this next bit? Oh, he's warming up, man. He's practicing. Listen. Probably got his hand on the volume knob, getting ready. And just having a little bit of a rehearse, getting that note. And then he comes in with the take. Gorgeous. So nothing too hot above 1.5K. And then towards the end, what do we have? So a fair bit of that at the end, I can imagine. All right, we're at that point, I think. Yeah. We certainly are. We'll put those together real quick and just have a quick listen to that and see what it sounds like together. So we'll start from the kick drum. And you know this. And then snare. Some hats. These toms. Drum kit left and right. Claves. Cabasa. This very strange bass. Some guitar. Rhodes 1, Rhodes 2, pad, string synth. I've got to talk louder because it's getting louder. I'm going to bring that back a little bit so it's not too competitive. Arpeggiator, need an MU2. Let's hear it. Ooh. All right, and then what's this bit with the synth parts? Matters to me. Okay. That's about that time where I can't tell you to please go and have a look at the rest of the videos on the channel. Enjoy them. Subscribe to them. Click around. Put some comments on there about things you know about this song. I'd love to know those things too. And of course I'm going to miss them. I am only but one man with a Wikipedia page at the start. So yeah, tell me everything you know about this because I would love to know more. And I do read through pretty much all of the comments and get to them when I can. So thanks for being involved. Really appreciate it. Subscribe it and like it and share it and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not making any money out of these, so feel free to post them because all the money goes back to the original copyright owners. That is until some of them release during a contest on YouTube. But that's all boring stuff. You don't need to worry about that. But yeah, either way, we're still supporting the original artist here by educating people with their stuff. So thank you all very much, especially Mr. Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, as well as John Bettis and Steve Vaccaro. All right, back to the thing. We're going to listen to vocals now. Backup vocals 1 and 2. I'm putting them together.
Keeping him by keeping him around.
What did he say? Let's listen. Go one at a time. Okay, you can hear the headphone in the background.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
She's keeping him by keeping him around. Now, this is another one of those classic cases where the vocal track that I've received sounds a little bit like it's a little less defined than I would normally imagine having heard this song. Let's check it out on the EQ.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
All that information's there. I'll go to the next one.
She's keeping him by keeping him.
That's what I think of when I think of Michael Jackson's voice. I think of that really top end, that breathiness, that, all that kind of stuff in there. But for some reason, these takes just sound like they are missing that, and it has been EQ'd in later or compressed a bit later so that you can hear those things a little better.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
But keep in mind, since being a child and listening to this music, and now I've endured hell on the eardrums. So it is very possible that this is not the Mandela effect. Maybe my child brain is not as reliable as My memory. As maybe not as I
That
think.
way.
Okay. I'm going to pan him because I like doing that.
That way.
Jeez, Michael's good.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
Okay. One more of those.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
Let's see what this one is.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
Another one.
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
In case you hadn't heard it before.
That way. That way. That way. That way.
The remix, That Way. Okay. That's really cool. Michael BG, YY Dry. Why are you so dry, Mikey? Let's hear it.
Why?
Yeah. Add the second one in.
Why?
I'm panning them for the next one.
Why?
And add the echoes.
Why?
So what we're hearing on that channel is a print of the delay.
Why?
So what they would do is send everything to a delay unit, and then it would come back into another track, and they'd record that track, so that would print the effect in. What am I done? Print the effect into the song, and then they could change the volume of that effect later. Well, they didn't have plugins, everybody. They just did this the old-fashioned way. And then obviously this is going to be more of that.
That way.
So some dry that ways, but with
That way.
background and echoes. Yeah.
Why?
Let's put all those in.
Why?
Isn't that strange?
She's keeping him by keeping him around.
I'm going to bring those back.
Why?
It sounds weird when they're so off like that because of that delay. It's really strange, but that's just how you play that game. I'm going to move over to the lead vocal double, and it's just towards the end here. There's not a whole lot. It's in the second half, but no.
Doesn't do it that way.
Oh, I'm just zoning out here. Let's check the next bit. Was it a burp, Michael Jackson? Oh, no, it was a throat clear. Cha-cha-cha. Okay. And they've gone to da. And then? Okay. One of the best bits, the part. Okay. Lots of those. I like that. Okay. All right. And we've got the lead vocals here. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to play it from the start because this is what's going on there. Oh, it's just something clicking. Hang on, back a little further.
The why, looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Yeah, I'd always shake my window.
Yeah, I want that.
Sweet seducing
I want that top end.
sighs. Get me out into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight.
That's what I want. I want to take that like 450, 500 out, and I want to add just way too much top end. That's how I picture Michael Jackson in my brain. You know?
Looking out
That's what I think.
across the nighttime.
This is what I got.
The city winks a sleepless eye.
And this is what I want.
Yeah, I'd always.
But then again, what's the listening environment? You know, I don't know better than Quincy Jones, everybody.
Shake my window. Sweet seducing sighs. Get me out
Wow.
into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight.
Four walls won't hold me tonight.
If this town is just an apple,
Okay.
then let me
That's the
take
New York
a
reference.
bite.
Give me that
If
chorus.
they say why, tell them that it's human nature.
Yeah.
Why does he do it that way?
Okay.
If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way?
Okay.
Reaching out.
I'm going to add the backup. I'm going to add the background vocal and echoes into it because I want to hear them with this verse.
Way. Reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere.
Okay.
See that girl.
Oh, I've only got one side. That's why it's only one side.
Watching.
There we go.
She likes the way I stare. If they say why,
Nice.
tell them that
Add the rest of the vocals in. Let's do it.
Why does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way.
Yes, thank you.
That way.
Now, you guys want to hear something that's really going to mess with your brain completely? Check this out. There is another track here that is Steve Porcaro's alternate track. This was the demo that Quincy heard. I mean, we read the story before. This has got to be the reference track, right? It makes sense. Makes sense. Give it to me. Keys different. Oh. Why does it sound so much more 80s lower? How cool is that? How cool is that? Maybe not more cool, but that is sick that it is so low. Why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? Tell them why I can tell them that it's human nature. Why does it give it that way? Yeah, that's so cool. I would, someone put that out, all right? Someone put out the 2 semitones lower or whatever it is version. And now this is one thing that I thought was really cool. There are 7 alternate versions of MJ's lead vocals, right?
Why looking out
Compared to the original.
across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Lead vocals, main vocals in the channel are going to be the left. Every alternate is going to be in the right. So put your headphones on and enjoy, because it's going to get confusing.
I hear her voice.
Left original, right
Shake my window.
unoriginal. The alternate.
Seducing sighs.
Yeah, right?
Get me out
You hear the difference?
into the nighttime.
These parts pretty much similar,
Four walls won't hold me tonight.
but where there's an opportunity to express something,
If this
he
town
expresses it slightly different.
is just an apple, then let me take a bite.
Yeah.
If they say why, tell them that it's human
Okay.
nature. Why
Alternate 2,
does he do it that way?
smooth transition,
If
huh?
they say why,
Ooh,
tell
I like
them
that though.
it's human nature.
So there would be a thing, this is where you would do a thing called comping, right? And maybe the lead vocal, original, is a comp. So what they would do is they take these 7 versions of Michael Jackson perhaps. I don't know if this is how it was done. But in theory, what would be done, let's go to the rant cam for a sec. They would take those 7 individual tracks of Michael. Oh, let's go back because we need to explain something. And they would clip every good bit that they liked out. And they go, oh, yeah, save that one. This section here. And they get the scissors out in real life and they'd cut that bit. But this would take so much. And then they'd move that to another track. They'd go, because I don't know the commands on Logic, but they go, okay, new track right there, and they're going to call it comp, right? And then they would grab that and move it there, and then they'd like the next bit, and again, I don't know the commands on this. They go, okay, this bit till this bit sounds great. I think we should take that and we'll use that part of the comp as well. And they're like, oh, yeah, but what do we do about the little middle section? So they go, okay, well, the one at the end was good, so we'll go down to the last one and we'll drop that in. So they'll cut that and then they'll drop that in. This is called a comp. They'll comp that in and then they get this, right? Turn off that, and this is what they get.
Tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way?
Doesn't make sense, but but you see what I mean. They compile all of those vocals into another channel, which gives them a compilation of all of the takes that gives the best version of every part of that song. So he's done 8 takes. Maybe he did the second part better in the third take, and they take that part and they use it. I'm not saying that's how this one was done, but I'm saying it's a possibility. It's how somebody would do that in some instances. Continuing on.
Reaching out.
Alternate 3.
To touch a stranger.
Very similar.
Electric eyes are everywhere.
Very similar.
See that girl.
I'll move that down for visual.
She knows I'm watching.
What's that? You what?
She knows I'm watching.
I know she's watching versus she knows I'm watching. So left ear, right ear.
She knows I'm watching.
And I'm going to just isolate that one more time. And we'll do either ear.
She knows I'm watching.
She knows I'm watching, which is what was used, versus
I know she's watching.
I know she's watching, which is alternate 3. Let's move to alternate 4 until we find a difference. Then we'll move to the next one.
She likes the way I stare.
Damn, he's good.
If they say why? Tell them that is human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why? Tell them that is human nature. Why?
Nothing different yet. Good chorus though.
Does he do it that way?
Almost perfect.
I like living this way.
Yeah, that's great.
I like loving this way.
The same.
I like living my life.
Okay.
Living my life.
Okay, interesting. Lands those OYs almost.
Looking out.
Okay.
Across the morning.
Number 5.
The city's heart begins to beat.
And yes, we missed the start of them, but I mean that could be a whole other video, couldn't it?
Reaching out, I touch her shoulder.
So very minor differences though.
Wow. If they say why?
Cool.
Tell them that is human nature. Why?
Yeah.
Why does he do it that
So this
way?
one's very similar here.
They say why? Ooh, tell
Okay.
why does he do
7.
it that
Let's
way?
move to. Oh damn, that's low. What's up?
Tell them that is human nature. Why?
Oh.
Why does he do it that way?
Yeah, right. Okay, that could go with the original track. Let's move that to original track down to the bottom. We're going to check this in a minute because that's cool.
If they say why? Why does he do it that way?
Okay,
They say
coming back to that.
why? Tell them that is human nature. Why?
Okay.
Why? I'm not doing this way.
Okay, that's 6 and 7, right? I'm tipping. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but I reckon if I were to put those two together with Steve Porcaro's alternate track, let's listen and find out if it works. What do you bloody know?
They say why do they do it that way?
Look at that.
I like it.
We got an original version. We got the key down version, guys. That's so good. You know how it's like somebody should release that? I'll release it. Fight me, Sony. No, don't fight me, Sony. I've got nothing you can take. Check it out. The Broden Minogue mix.
The city winks a sleepless
Eyes.
Hear her voice.
How cool.
Shake my window.
Wow.
Sweet seducing sighs.
Wow.
Get me out
Okay, now I've got to do something. We'll go back to the
the night.
original.
For once won't hold me tonight.
Okay, and then we got down.
If this time is just let me take a
How good is this? Now, now the high version. Just said why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why do we give it that way? Man, that is the sickest thing in the world. I am so happy with that. Oh man, wow, that's something special. I really think that's quite cool. Well, yeah, you know, campaign for that if you want the Picaro version, Picaro key released. That'd be really, really cool. But until then, I'm gonna wrap this up before Sony come really knocking on my door. Thank you all very much for checking out Human Nature by Michael Jackson. Sorry about a few of the technical difficulties in that one. Yeah, just coming back from a little bit of sickness. Didn't have that. I'm fine. But thanks for your concern. Stick around for some more. There is more Michael Jackson to come. There is more Michael Jackson that has been. There's some Janet as well. Don't forget about Janet. Don't forget about Earth, Wind and Fire. Don't forget about Shaft by Isaac Hayes, which is coming because I want to do it. I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but that doesn't matter to me. I want to do some really cool songs that I think are great, and I'm really, really glad that you guys are along for the ride too. Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, lots of really cool Britney too. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. At the end of this, I'm not going to ask you to go somewhere and click on anything and buy something from me. I just want you to have a good day and enjoy a little bit of fun. Learn something about yourself. Learn something about music. Learn something about Michael Jackson. Great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go enjoy a glass of water, say hi to my mates, and not forget to go on GFY. Hope you do the same.